Good morning, one and all. So last class we are discussing about the EMF equation of a transformer as well as transformations of a or phasor diagrams of a transformer which is to be operates on either R load, RL load, RC load. So in this, we can find out the voltage equations either E1 or V1. So based on the phasor diagrams, we can already measure those two equations. So these equations is also discussed in last class. So now today we are discussing about the equivalent resistance and reactance. Equivalent resistance and reactance. Equivalent resistance and reactance. Equivalent resistance and reactance. So in this, the major problem regarding the transformer is which is to be considered as a primary. So this is the magnetic core which is to be connected to the primary as well as secondary winding. So if you have to find out the load current or whatever the parameters, voltages and currents is to be calculated, which is a two independent loops or two independent circuits. This is the circuit number 1. So this one is circuit number 2. So in this, in between these two circuits, which is to be considered as a magnetic core. Magnetic core. So the linking between the any type of two parameters is to be represented by a K. Represented by a K. So that's why, the parameters is to be referred to the either primary or secondary. So this entire independent two circuits is to be converted into a single independent circuit. Single independent circuit. So that means, whatever the parameters are existing in a secondary side, which is to be referred to primary side. Otherwise, whatever based on our convenience, parameters of a first circuit is to be converted into secondary side. So that means, these two independent circuits is to be converted into a single independent circuit. We can easily find out the voltage drops across the each element as well as currents across each element is also calculated. So very easy. So that's why, first of all we can refer the primary or secondary. So first of all we can find out the equivalent resistance and reactance of a transformer. Reactance of a transformer. So in this, each and every transformer must be consists of a each and every transformer. So that means, which is equal to magnetic core, which is resistance as well as reactance. So another one is, which is also resistance and reactance. Resistance and reactance. So this is the load. This is the load. So R1, X1, R2 and X2. So current in the circuit is equal to I2. Current in the circuit is equal to I1. So based on the refer to the either primary or secondary. Refer to the primary or secondary. So first of all, we can find out the copper losses in a transformer. Copper loss in a transformer. Otherwise, voltage drop across the each element. Voltage drop across primary of transformer. Voltage drop across primary of a transformer, that means resistance. So when we are considering as a first parameter primary, that is resistance which is equal to I1 into R1. So second one, voltage drop across the primary of a transformer for reactance. So reactance తీసుకుంటే, which is equal to I1 into X1. I1 into X1. So another one is voltage drop across the secondary of a transformer. So that is secondary of a resistance. Secondary of a resistance is equal to I2 into R2. Fourth one is equal to I2 into X2. I2 into X2. So these are the four parameters. These are the four parameters is to be presented by the voltage drop across each element. So based on these voltage drops, we can find out the copper losses. Copper losses in a transformer in a primary of a transformer is equal to copper losses is always existing in resistance. So that means current flowing through the resistance is equal to I1. Corresponding resistance is equal to R1. Copper loss is equal to I1 square into R1. I1 square into R1. So copper losses in a secondary of a transformer is equal to I2 square into R2. I2 square into R2. So our objective is, so two independent circuits is to be converted into a single circuit. So that means total copper loss in a transformer. Total copper losses in a transformer. Total copper loss in a transformer is equal to summation of these two, I1 square plus I2 square R2. I2 square R2. So then, so our objective is, so in this procedure we can find out the secondary is to be referred to primary side. So based on the secondary circuit, so whatever the parameters are in a secondary circuit which is to be referred to the primary side. So then only we are simplifying into a single circuit. So which is equal to common for the primary side. So because of common factor is I1. So I1 square of R1 plus I2 square divided by I1 square into R2. I2 square into R2. So therefore K is equal to, in terms of currents, I1 divided by I2. So but I2 by I1 is equal to 1 by K. So which is equal to I2 divided by I1 is equal to 1 by K. Whole square is equal to 1 by K square. So I2 square by I1 square can be replaced with 1 by K square is equal to I1 square of R1 plus R2 divided by K square. R2 divided by K square. So this is the expression. Again, so we can find out or we can multiply these two terms. I1 square into R1 plus I1 square of R2 divided by K square. R2 divided by K square. So whenever the resistance of a secondary winding is to be referred to the primary side, that resistance is to be changed to R2 divided by K square. So then only there is the performance of a resistance should not be changed the primary to secondary side. So whatever the behavior is to be exhibited in a secondary side, same performance, same functions is to be performed in primary side. That resistance is to be changed to R2 divided by K square. R2 divided by K square. So that's why these resistances is to be changed to R2 divided by K square. So same functions is to be performed in X2. Same function is to be performed in X2. So that's why these values is to be referred to the primary side. This entire circuit is to be simplified into, so one is the voltage. So that means resistance and reactance, which is equal to R1 and X1. R1 and X1. So second one is, these parameters are also referred to the primary side. So that means, so which is equal to resistance and reactance. So resistance is to be referred to primary side. So that value is should not be changed as the performance of a resistance, which should be changes to R2 divided by K square. So reactance is also shifted to the same procedure. X2 divided by K square. So these two parameters should be changed, but voltage across the load is equal to V2. Voltage across the load is equal to V2. So which is equal to V2 is also changed. So that means V2 divided by V1 is equal to K. V2 divided by K. So but V2 is referred to the primary side. V1 is equal to V2 divided by K. So that means V2 is to be referred to the primary side, so that voltage is also changed to V2 divided by K. V2 divided by K. So which is to be connected across the load, which is to be connected across the load, which is equal to V2 divided by K. V2 divided by K. But in this, I1 should be is equal to, I1 should be is equal to, so because of I2 is equal to, or K is equal to I1 divided by I2. I1 is equal to K into I2. K into I2. So this is one equation. Based on these equations, I1 is equal to K into I2. So I2 current is also shifted to the primary side. That current must be is equal to I1, which is to multiplied with K. Which is to multiplied with K. So it is equal to V1. V1. So this is the equivalent circuit of a transformer referred to primary side. Referred to. So this is the equivalent circuit referred to primary. Referred to primary. So this is the equivalent circuit. So based on this circuit, so we can find out the V1 value. We are calculating the value of V1. So V1 is equal to, so already previously we are calculating the phasor diagrams of a 3 loads. So corresponding voltages E2 as well as E1, V2 and V2 and V1 is to be calculated in the similar fashion. So V1 is equal to square root of, V1 is equal to square root of. So that means, so this diagram is also simplified into another path. This diagram is to be simplified into another path. So that means, so this is cancelling. So the equivalent circuit of this diagram is to be simplified into, so load voltage, so which is equal to, load voltage is equal to V2 divided by, which is equal to V2 divided by K. V2 divided by K. So the resistance of these two, R1 plus R2 by K square, these two are in series. So R1 plus R2 divided by K square. So that means R01 is equal to R1 plus R2 divided by K square is to represented as a R01. So similarly, X01 is equal to X1 plus X2 divided by K square. So this is the R01 and X01. So R01 is the equivalent resistance of a primary referred to primary side, or equivalent resistance of a transformer referred to primary side. Equivalent reactance of a transformer referred to primary side. So that means total resistances and reactance is to be replaced with R01 and X01. Corresponding current flowing through the given circuit is equal to I1. So voltage drop. So voltage drop across the given circuit is equal to, which is equal to I1 into R01. So which is always represented with I1 into X01. So resultant is equal to V1. Resultant is equal to V1. So this entire circuit is to be simplified into a given phasor diagram. So which is to be coming to the given circuit is equal to load current, which is equal to I2, which is equal to I2. So V2 divided by K is to be added with I1 R01, I1 X01. So refer to the value is equal to V1. So based on this circuit, so we can find out the V1 is equal to square root of V2 divided by K plus I1 R01 cos phi plus I1 X01 sin phi whole square plus second term plus I1 X01 cos phi plus I1 R01 sin phi whole square. So this is the given circuit which is to be coming from the given phasor diagram. So which is to be simplified into this path. in these directions. In these directions. So which is equal to 5, which is also is equal to 5. So another one. So this is also converted into 5 degrees, which is also is equal to 5 degrees. So based on simplification of these two triangles, because of our objective is we can find out the distance of a V1. So V1 is to be calculated by using this expression V2 divided by K plus I1 R01 cos phi plus I1 X01 sin phi whole square plus I1 X01 cos phi plus I1 R01 sin phi. So the magnitude of this term is very, very small compared to this term. So that's why, so this term is to be neglected. This term is to be neglected. Then square root and root, whole square and root, both are gets cancelled. V1 is equal to, so V2 divided by K plus I1 R01 cos phi plus I1 X01 sin phi. X01 sin phi. So from this equation, so V1 is equal to V2 by K plus I1 R01 cos phi plus I1 X01 sin phi. So then, so phi is equal to 0. Phi is equal to 0. So that means power factor is equal to 0. So cos phi is equal to 1. Sin phi is equal to sin 0 is equal to 0. Sin 0 is equal to 0. But cos 0 is equal to 1. So this equation is to be simplified into V2 divided by K plus I1 R01. I1 R01. So this expression is valid for phi is equal to 0. Phi is equal to 0. Another one is, so phi is equal to 0, V1 is equal to V2 by K plus I1 R01. Otherwise, so we are operating the capacitive loads. We are operating the capacitive loads. So that means, so current is always leads the voltage by an angle 90 degrees. Voltage by an angle 90 degrees. So which is equal to V1 is equal to V2 by K plus I1 R01. But phi is equal to negative sign. Negative sign. That means phi is equal to minus phi value. Leading nature. So V1 is equal to V2 divided by K plus. So plus means cos of minus phi. Cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta. But sin of minus theta is equal to minus sin theta. So this equation is to be simplified into plus I1 R01 cos phi minus I1 X01 sin phi. So this expression for capacitive loads. Capacitive loads. So these are the two expressions. How to get these two expressions? Whenever the equivalent of a transformer is to be referred to the primary side, so then only, so we are getting the equivalent circuit. So this circuit is to be referred to the R01 and X01. R01 and X01, these two are the equivalent resistance and reactance of a transformer referred to primary side. So R01 is equal to R1 plus R2 by K square. X01 is equal to X1 plus X2 divided by K square. So based on this circuit, so we can draw the phasor diagram. So load terminal is to be added with, so resistance of these two is equal to R01, reactances of these two is equal to X01, current flowing through these two elements is equal to I1, voltage drop across these two is equal to I1 into R01, I1 into R01, I1 into X01 is to be represented finally when we are getting V1 voltage. So we can find out the distance of a V1, so by using this expression. So how to get this expression? So previously we are already know the phasor diagrams of a transformer. These equations is already calculated in last class. So that's why V1 is equal to V2 by K plus I1 R01 cos phi plus I1 X01 sin phi plus I1 X01 cos phi plus I1 R01 sin phi whole square. This term is to be neglected. Then phi is equal to 0. So for leading nodes, so which is equal to negative value. So then, so V1 is equal to V2 by K plus I1 R01 cos phi minus I1 X01 sin phi. So this is the first path. So equivalent of a resistance referred to the primary side. So second one is the secondary side. So second one is equivalent resistance of a transformer referred to secondary side. Referred to secondary side. So that means, so first of all we can draw the general equivalent circuit diagram of a transformer. So this is the magnetic core, so which is to be connected to the, so resistance and reactance of both the windings. So another one is, so resistance and reactance, so which is to be connected across the load, so which is equal to R2 and X2, R1 and X1. So previously we are referred to the secondary terms is to be referred to primary side. So second case number 2 is primary parameters or circuit 1 is to be referred to the secondary side. Circuit 1 is to be referred to the secondary side. So in this, so whatever the voltage V1 as well as current I1, R1 and X1, these 4 parameters are referred to the secondary side. So then, so we can go for the copper loss of a transformer or primary of a copper losses of transformer, primary of a transformer is equal to I1 square into R1. So copper losses of a secondary of a transformer is equal to I2 square into R2. So because of copper losses are always existing in resistances, so that's why, so copper losses is to be calculated for resistance parameters, that's why I1 square into R1, I2 square into R2. So total copper losses is equal to I1 square R1 plus I2 square R2. So previously referred to the primary means I1 is common from the given equation, but in this case refer to secondary side, so that means I2 is same, so that's why I2 is common from given equation, I2 square of I1 square divided by I2 square into R1 plus R2. So already we know, so K is equal to I1 divided by I2, K square is equal to I1 by I2 whole square. So in this, so we can replace with I2 square of I1 square by I2 square is equal to K square into R1 plus R2. So which is to multiplied with both the equations, I2 square of K square into R1 plus I2 square into R2. So same amount of current is to be flowing through the both the resistances. R1 is to be referred to the secondary side, that parameter is to be shifted to the K square into R1. So then only the performance and effect of a resistance should not be changes from primary to secondary. So that's why K square into R1. So similarly reactance is also shifted to the primary to secondary, which is also is equal to K square into X1. So in these equations, these parameters is to be shifted to the primary to secondary. So secondary voltage is equal to V2. That means V1 is to be directly shifted to the secondary side. So how to change the shift the parameters? For example, which is equal to resistance, reactance and reactance across the load, which is to be connected across voltage. But in this, supply voltage is equal to V1, so which is to be referred to the secondary side. So V1 or V2 divided by V1 is equal to K. So we are calculating the value of V2 in terms of V1. So V2 is equal to K into V1. So in this, we are replacing with K into V1 across the voltage. So which is equal to load voltage is equal to V2. So current flowing through the circuit, so which is equal to resistances and reactance is to be referred to the secondary side when we are getting K square into R1, K square into X1, so which is equal to, so KV1, so corresponding resistances. So this circuit is to be simplified into another circuit, that means current is to be shifted to the primary to secondary, that means I1 by I2 is equal to K. So I2 is equal to, so because of I1 current is to be referred to the secondary side, I2 is equal to I1 divided by K. So current in the circuit is equal to I1 divided by K. I1 divided by K must be is equal to I2 current. So the equivalence of or summation of these two resistances, so which is to be converted into resistance and reactance across the load. Across the load is equal to KV1, corresponding current is equal to I1 by K is equal to I2, R02 and X02, finally V2. So what about the R01 and X01? R02 is the equivalent resistance of a transformer referred to secondary side. X02 is equal to equivalent resistance of equivalent reactance of a transformer referred to secondary side. So based on this circuit, so we can draw the phasor diagram. So that means, so we can find out the KV1. We can find out the KV1. So which is equal to, so V2. So corresponding current I2 value. So which is to be referred to the I2 into R02. So which is equal to I2 into X02. Equivalent is equal to K into V1. K into V1. So based on this circuit, we can find out the distance of this path. So that means KV1. So KV1 is equal to square root of KV1 is equal to square root of this distance is to be calculated in this path, which is equal to 5, which is also is equal to 5. So V2 or V2 plus this distance I2 R02 cos phi plus I2 X02 sin phi whole square plus second part I2 X02 cos phi plus I2 R02 sin phi whole square. So based on the magnitudes I2 X02 cos phi plus I2 R02 sin phi is very small compared to the first term. So that's why this term is neglected. So then square root and square, these two are gets cancelled. KV1 is equal to V2 plus I2 R02 cos phi plus I2 X02 sin phi. So this is the general expression when phi is equal to 0 degrees. Cos 0 is equal to 1. Sin 0 is equal to 0. So then KV1 is equal to V2 plus I2 R02. So this is the one equation. Another one is for capacitive loads. So this equation is to be modified into phi is equal to minus sign. So minus phi, cos of minus phi is equal to cos phi. So that means positive sign. K into V1 is equal to V2 plus I2 R02 cos phi minus I2 X02 sin phi. So these are the equivalent resistance of a primary as well as equivalent resistance of a secondary, referred to either primary side or secondary side. So first case is the refer to primary side. Case number 2 is refer to secondary side. So these are the very important notations for the transformer. Based on these notations, so we can easily find out the, so that means two independent circuits is to be converted into single independent circuit. So that is the like this. So current flowing through the given circuit is equal to I1 by K. So we can easily find out the voltage drop across each element. So corresponding voltage and load voltage. Currents is also calculated. We are neglecting the magnetic core path with the respect of K value. With influence of K value, we can easily simplify it into the given circuit. So next class onwards, so we are discussing about the problems related to EMF equation and given phasor diagrams. Thank you.